Imagine if for just 3 days you could rewire your mind for confidence, success, and happiness just by changing the way you talk to yourself. Sounds powerful, right? The truth is, the way you speak to yourself shapes your reality more than anything else. Your words become your beliefs become your actions, and your actions define your life. For the next 3 days, I challenge you to transform your inner dialogue. No more self-doubt, no more negativity, just 3 days of intentional, empowering self-talk that will shift your mindset and set you on a path to becoming the best version of yourself. Are you ready to take control of your thoughts and unlock your true potential? Let's begin. Your words hold immense power. Every thought you think and every word you speak shapes the reality you experience. Whether you realize it or not, your internal dialogue is constantly influencing your beliefs, emotions, and actions. The way you talk to yourself determines how you perceive the world, how you respond to challenges, and ultimately how successful and fulfilled you feel in life. If you constantly criticize yourself, doubt your abilities, or speak negatively about your future, your mind absorbs those messages and begins to accept them as truth. It creates a self-fulfilling prophecy where your actions align with your limiting beliefs, making it harder to achieve your goals. On the other hand, if you choose to speak words of encouragement, confidence, and positivity, you rewire your brain to focus on possibilities rather than obstacles. This shift in perspective can lead to a profound transformation in your life. Scientific studies have shown that our thoughts directly impact our emotions and behaviors. The words you use trigger chemical reactions in your brain, influencing your mood, stress levels, and overall well-being. When you engage in positive self-talk, your brain releases neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which enhance motivation, reduce anxiety, and improve overall happiness. This is why people who practice affirmations and gratitude tend to experience greater emotional resilience and success. Your subconscious mind does not differentiate between reality and the words you repeatedly tell yourself. It simply accepts what you feed it. If you tell yourself, "I'm not good enough, I always fail," or "nothing ever works out for me," your mind will find ways to make those statements true. It will focus on past failures, highlight mistakes, and reinforce self-doubt. However, if you start saying, "I am capable, I learn from my experiences, and every challenge makes me strong," your mind will begin to align with these empowering beliefs, pushing you to take actions that reflect them. The way you speak to yourself also affects your confidence. When you use words that uplift and empower you, you build self-trust. Confidence isn't something you are born with, it is cultivated through repeated positive reinforcement. The more you affirm your strengths, acknowledge your progress, and speak kindly to yourself, the stronger your self-belief becomes. This belief fuels your ability to take risks, overcome challenges, and persist in the face of adversity. Your words also influence how others perceive and interact with you. If you consistently speak negatively about yourself, you unconsciously send signals to the people around you that you lack self-assurance. This can impact your relationships, career opportunities, and personal growth. However, when you radiate positivity and self-confidence through your words, you attract better opportunities and build stronger, more supportive connections with others. Even subtle changes in language can have a profound impact on your mindset. Instead of saying, "I have to do this," try saying, "I get to do this." This simple shift transforms an obligation into an opportunity, making you feel more in control of your actions. Instead of saying, "I'm terrible at this," say, "I'm improving every day." These small adjustments train your brain to focus on progress rather than limitations. The words you choose also influence your resilience. When you face setbacks, your internal dialogue determines whether you see them as failures or learning experiences. If you tell yourself, "This is too hard, I'll never figure it out," you condition your mind to give up easily. But if you say, "This challenge is helping me grow, and I will find a way," you cultivate a mindset of perseverance and adaptability. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers understand the power of words. They use positive self-talk as a tool to push through obstacles and stay focused on their goals. Olympic athletes, for example, often practice visualization, repeat affirmations like, "I am strong, I am fast, and I am capable," to reinforce their confidence and performance. This technique is not limited to sports. It applies to every area of life, from business to personal growth. Your words don't just affect your present state of mind, they shape your future. When you repeatedly affirm your goals and aspirations, you program your subconscious mind to work towards them. This is the foundation of manifestation and goal setting. When you say, "I am successful, I attract abundance," or "I am worthy of happiness," you create an internal environment that supports these outcomes. Your actions will naturally align with these beliefs, leading you closer to your desired reality. The language you use also impacts your daily motivation. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm too tired, I don't feel like doing this," or "I'll never get this done," you drain your own energy before even starting. But if you shift your words to, "I have the energy to tackle this, I am excited to make progress, and I am capable of achieving this," you create a self-motivating cycle that propels you forward. Your words can either be a weapon against yourself or a tool for empowerment. The key is awareness. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself throughout the day. Notice when negative self-talk creeps in and consciously replace it with words that uplift and inspire you. At first, it may feel unnatural, especially if you've been conditioned to be self-critical. But with practice, positive self-talk will become second nature, and you will start to see tangible changes in your mindset and life. The environment you expose yourself to also plays a role in shaping your language and mindset. If you surround yourself with negativity, whether through social media, news, or people who constantly complain, your self-talk will reflect that negativity. On the other hand, if you immerse yourself in uplifting content, motivational material, and supportive individuals, your internal dialogue will naturally become more positive and empowering. Journaling can be a powerful tool in transforming your self-talk. Writing down positive affirmations, gratitude lists, and reflections on your progress helps reinforce empowering beliefs. It provides a tangible record of your growth and reminds you of how far you've come. Even a few minutes a day dedicated to journaling can create a significant shift in your mindset. Meditation and mindfulness practices also enhance your ability to control your thoughts and words. When you take time to quiet your mind and observe your thoughts without judgment, you become more aware of your habitual self-talk patterns. This awareness allows you to consciously choose words that serve you rather than limit you. Another effective technique is speaking affirmations out loud. The act of vocalizing positive statements adds an extra layer of reinforcement. When you hear yourself say, "I am strong, I am confident, and I am successful," your brain registers those words more deeply than when you just think them. This is why many personal development experts recommend repeating affirmations daily, especially in front of a mirror. Even if you don't fully believe positive affirmations at first, consistency is key. Over time, as you continue to speak empowering words, your subconscious mind begins to accept them as truth. What once felt forced will eventually become your default way of thinking. The impact of words extends beyond self-talk. It affects how you communicate with others. If you frequently complain, gossip, or speak negatively about situations, you reinforce a mindset of scarcity and dissatisfaction. But when you focus on gratitude, appreciation, and solution-oriented language, you cultivate an abundance mindset that attracts more positivity into your life. Understanding the power of words also allows you to reframe challenges. Instead of saying, "I failed," say, "I learned something valuable." Instead of saying, "I'm stuck," say, "I'm figuring things out." Reframing difficulties in a constructive way shifts your perspective and makes obstacles feel more manageable. Your words are the foundation of your self-perception, your relationships, and your achievements. They shape your daily experiences, influence your emotions, and determine how you navigate life's challenges. If you want to transform your mindset, start with your words. The shift begins the moment you choose to speak to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and belief in your own potential. Negative self-talk is one of the most destructive habits a person can develop, yet many people engage in it without even realizing it. The thoughts that run through your mind each day shape your emotions, behaviors, and overall outlook on life. If your internal dialogue is filled with criticism, doubt, and fear, it will create mental roadblocks that prevent you from reaching your full potential. Negative self-talk reinforces limiting beliefs, making it harder to take risks, embrace opportunities, and push through challenges. The way you speak to yourself determines whether you see setbacks as failures or as lessons, whether you believe in your abilities or constantly second-guess yourself. It is not external obstacles that hold most people back, but rather the self-imposed limitations created by their own inner dialogue. Negative self-talk often begins subtly. It may come in the form of self-deprecating jokes, dismissing your accomplishments, or focusing on your flaws rather than your strengths. Over time, these small negative thoughts accumulate and solidify into deeply ingrained beliefs. If you repeatedly tell yourself that you are not smart enough, talented enough, or deserving enough, your mind will begin to accept those statements as truth. The subconscious mind absorbs and acts on the words you feed it, whether they are positive or negative. This is why negative self-talk is so powerful. It shapes your identity and dictates the way you interact with the world. One of the most damaging effects of negative self-talk is the way it erodes confidence. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is built through consistent reinforcement of positive beliefs. However, if your inner dialogue constantly undermines you, it becomes impossible to develop self-assurance. Instead of recognizing your abilities, you focus on your perceived shortcomings. Instead of acknowledging your progress, you dwell on your mistakes. This creates a cycle of self-doubt that prevents you from stepping outside of your comfort zone. Without confidence, taking action becomes a struggle, and without action, growth becomes impossible. The way you talk to yourself also influences your emotional state. Negative self-talk generates feelings of anxiety, frustration, and low self-worth. When you tell yourself that you are not good enough or that you will never succeed, your brain releases stress hormones that heighten feelings of fear and insecurity. These emotions then reinforce the negative thoughts, creating a loop that is difficult to break. Over time, this can lead to chronic stress, depression, and a diminished sense of self. The mind and body are deeply connected, and the words you use internally have a direct impact on your overall well-being. Negative self-talk often stems from past experiences, societal conditioning, or comparisons with others. If you grew up receiving criticism, or if you were constantly told that you were not capable, those messages may have become part of your inner dialogue. Similarly, if you frequently compare yourself to others, especially in the age of social media where people showcase only their best moments, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy. Your mind starts to focus on what you lack rather than what you possess. Instead of celebrating your unique journey, you fixate on perceived shortcomings. This pattern keeps you stuck in a mindset of scarcity and self-doubt. Perfectionism is another major contributor to negative self-talk. Many people set unrealistic standards for themselves and then engage in harsh self-criticism when they fail to meet them. They view mistakes as proof of their inadequacy rather than as opportunities to learn and grow. This creates a fear of failure that prevents them from taking action or trying new things. The reality is that no one is perfect, and failure is a natural part of success. However, if your inner dialogue is dominated by self-criticism, you will struggle to see setbacks as anything other than personal flaws. Negative self-talk also limits your ability to take risks and pursue opportunities. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, you will hesitate to apply for that job, start that project, or speak up in a meeting. Fear of failure becomes overwhelming because your mind has already convinced you that failure is inevitable. This leads to a pattern of avoidance, where you stay within the confines of what feels safe rather than challenging yourself to grow. Over time, this avoidance reinforces the belief that you are incapable, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. The words you use internally also affect your resilience. Life is filled with challenges, and how you handle them depends largely on your mindset. When you engage in negative self-talk, even small obstacles can feel insurmountable. Instead of looking for solutions, you focus on problems. Instead of seeing difficulties as temporary, you convince yourself that you are stuck. This mindset makes it difficult to bounce back from setbacks and keeps you trapped in a cycle of frustration and self-pity. On the other hand, when you shift your self-talk to focus on possibilities, you develop the resilience needed to navigate difficulties with confidence. Another issue with negative self-talk is that it often distorts reality. The mind has a tendency to exaggerate fears, amplify insecurities, and focus on worst-case scenarios. You may tell yourself that you are a failure because of one mistake, even though you have countless achievements. You may convince yourself that people don't like you because of one bad interaction, despite having many meaningful relationships. These distortions make challenges seem bigger than they really are and prevent you from seeing things objectively. When you believe in these false narratives, they dictate your actions and reinforce a cycle of negativity. The effects of negative self-talk extend beyond your personal mindset and influence your relationships. When you constantly criticize yourself, it impacts the way you interact with others. Low self-esteem can lead to insecurity, jealousy, and difficulty trusting others. It can make you overly sensitive to criticism, leading to unnecessary conflicts. It can also cause you to settle for less than you deserve because you don't believe you are worthy of more. The way you see yourself sets the standard for how others treat you. If you don't respect yourself, it becomes difficult to establish healthy boundaries and cultivate positive relations. Negative self-talk can also hold you back professionally. Many people sabotage their own success because they believe they are not capable or deserving. They hesitate to take on leadership roles, avoid speaking up in meetings, or downplay their achievements. This lack of confidence can prevent them from reaching their full potential. On the other hand, those who practice positive self-talk tend to exude confidence, take initiative, and seize opportunities. The difference between someone who advances in their career and someone who stays stagnant is often not talent, but mindset. Breaking free from negative self-talk requires conscious effort and self-awareness. The first step is recognizing when and how you engage in it. Pay attention to the words you use when you talk to yourself. Are they supportive and encouraging, or critical and discouraging? Once you become aware of these patterns, you can begin to challenge and reframe them. Instead of saying, "I'm terrible at this," say, "I am learning and improving." Instead of saying, "I'll never succeed," say, "I am capable and I will find a way." These small shifts in language create new thought patterns that gradually replace the old limiting ones. Practicing self-compassion is also essential. Many people are kinder to others than they are to themselves. They offer encouragement to friends, but engage in harsh self-criticism when faced with their own struggle. Learning to treat yourself with the same kindness and patience that you would offer to someone else is a powerful way to shift your inner dialogue. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes, acknowledge your efforts and recognize that growth takes time. The environment you surround yourself with plays a significant role in shaping your self-talk. If you are constantly exposed to negativity, whether through toxic relationships, negative news, or pessimistic conversations, it will influence your mindset. Surrounding yourself with positive influences, whether it be uplifting people, inspiring books, or motivational content, helps reinforce a mindset of self-belief and empowerment. Journaling can be a valuable tool in shifting your self-talk. Writing down your thoughts allows you to identify patterns, challenge limiting beliefs, and replace them with empowering statements. Affirmations are another powerful practice. Repeating positive statements daily can help rewire your subconscious mind, making supportive self-talk your default mode. Even if affirmations feel unnatural at first, consistency is key. Over time, they become ingrained in your mindset, transforming the way you see yourself and the world around you. Rewiring your mindset and transforming the way you speak to yourself does not happen overnight. It requires consistency and intentional effort. The way you have been talking to yourself for years has become a habit, ingrained deeply in your subconscious mind. If you have spent a long time engaging in negative self-talk, replacing it with positive and empowering thoughts will take time and persistence. The brain is designed to adapt and rewire itself, but this process only happens through repetition. Just as you would not expect to build muscle after one workout or learn a new skill in a single day, changing your self-talk requires daily reinforcement. The words you choose to repeat to yourself become the foundation of your mindset. And the more consistently you engage in positive self-talk, the stronger that foundation becomes. One of the main reasons people struggle to change their inner dialogue is because they expect immediate results. When they do not see an instant shift in their thoughts or emotions, they assume the process is not working. However, the mind does not change instantly. It adapts through repeated exposure. If you consistently tell yourself, I am capable, I am strong, and I am worthy, your brain will eventually accept these statements as truth. At first, they may feel unnatural or even untrue, especially if you have been conditioned to believe otherwise. But the more frequently you reinforce these thoughts, the more natural they become. Consistency is the key to making these affirmations a part of your identity. Many people fall into the trap of practicing positive self-talk for a few days, but then revert to old habits when challenges arise. They may start the day with affirmations, but let self-doubt creep in when faced with difficulties. This inconsistency prevents lasting change. To truly shift your mindset, positive self-talk must become a daily practice, not something you only do when you feel good. It is in the moments of struggle, fear, and uncertainty that consistent self-talk becomes the most powerful. Speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement during difficult times reinforces resilience and helps you navigate challenges with a stronger mindset. One way to develop consistency is by integrating positive self-talk into your daily routine. Just as you brush your teeth, eat meals, and go to bed at a certain time, self-talk should become a regular habit. Saying affirmations in the morning, journaling positive thoughts before bed, or using reminders throughout the day can help reinforce the practice. The more frequently you engage in positive self-talk, the more automatic it becomes. Over time, your mind will naturally default to uplifting and constructive thoughts rather than criticism and doubt. Another important aspect of consistency is catching yourself when negative self-talk arises. Even with practice, negative thoughts may still surface from time to time. The key is not to eliminate them completely, as that is unrealistic, but to recognize them and consciously replace them with more constructive thoughts. If you catch yourself saying, "I'll never be good at this," immediately shift it to, "I am improving with every attempt." These small but intentional corrections create new mental patterns and help weaken the grip of negative self-talk. Writing down your thoughts can also enhance consistency. Keeping a journal where you document positive affirmations, accomplishments, and moments of self-growth reinforces the practice. When you write things down, they become more tangible and impactful. Reviewing past journal entries can also serve as a reminder of how far you have come, keeping you motivated to maintain positive self-talk. Journaling allows you to track your progress, recognize patterns in your thinking, and gain a deeper understanding of your mindset. If you are constantly exposed to negativity, whether through pessimistic people, discouraging news, or toxic environments, it becomes much harder to sustain positive self-talk. On the other hand, when you immerse yourself in uplifting content, motivational material, and supportive relationships, it reinforces your efforts. Listening to podcasts, reading books, or following social media accounts that promote self-growth can serve as daily reminders to speak to yourself with kindness and confidence. Affirmations are a powerful tool for building consistency, but they must be used correctly. Repeating positive statements once or twice will not create lasting change. Affirmations must be practiced regularly and with genuine belief. Speaking them aloud, writing them down, or even recording yourself saying them can enhance their effectiveness. The key is to make them an integral part of your daily routine. Some people find it helpful to place affirmations on sticky notes around their home, set reminders on their phone, or say them while looking in the mirror. The more you expose yourself to these empowering messages, the more they become ingrained in your subconscious. Visualization is another technique that complements consistent self-talk. When you pair positive affirmations with mental imagery, you create a stronger emotional connection to your words. If you tell yourself, "I am confident," visualize a moment where you felt truly self-assured. If you say, "I am successful," picture yourself achieving your goals. The brain responds to imagery as if it were reality, making visualization a powerful way to reinforce positive beliefs. When done consistently, visualization helps bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The way you start and end your day plays a crucial role in maintaining consistent self-talk. Mornings set the tone for the rest of the day, so beginning with affirmations, gratitude, or positive reflections can create a strong foundation. Similarly, ending the day with self-encouragement, acknowledging progress, and reinforcing positive beliefs helps keep your mindset strong. The mind is most impressionable during these moments, making them ideal times for reinforcing empowering thoughts. Another way to build consistency is by setting specific self-talk goals. Instead of vaguely aiming to think more positively, set a goal to repeat 5 affirmations every morning or to counteract every negative thought with a positive one. Measurable goals make it easier to track progress and hold yourself accountable. Just like any other habit, self-talk becomes more ingrained when approached with structure and commitment. It is also important to be patient with yourself throughout this process. Changing deep-seated thought patterns takes time, and there will be moments when old habits resurface. Instead of becoming frustrated, view these moments as opportunities for growth. Every time you consciously replace a negative thought with a positive one, you are strengthening your ability to control your inner dialogue. Progress is not about perfection, but about consistent effort. Another factor that strengthens consistency is self-compassion. Many people engage in negative self-talk when they make mistakes, fall short of expectations, or experience setbacks. However, being hard on yourself only reinforces negative beliefs. Practicing self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. Instead of saying, "I failed," say, "I learned something valuable." Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," remind yourself, "I am always growing." Self-compassion encourages resilience and helps sustain a positive mindset even in difficult times. Affirming your progress along the way is also crucial. Many people focus so much on what they have yet to achieve that they overlook how far they have come. Celebrating small wins, acknowledging personal growth, and recognizing improvements in your self-talk reinforce the habit. Each time you notice yourself responding to challenges with a more positive mindset, recognize it as a victory. These moments serve as proof that consistent self-talk is making a difference, motivating you to continue the practice. Ultimately, consistency in self-talk is what separates those who transform their mindset from those who remain stuck in old patterns. It is not about occasional bursts of positivity, but about daily, intentional reinforcement. The more consistently you practice speaking to yourself with encouragement, belief, and kindness, the more your mind will internalize those messages. Your thoughts shape your reality, and by committing to consistent self-talk, you are actively shaping a more confident, resilient, and empowered version of yourself. The words you speak to yourself shape your perception of reality and influence the actions you take every single day. When you shift the way you talk to yourself, you begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles, possibilities instead of limitations, and strengths instead of weaknesses. The power of self-talk is not just in the words themselves, but in the way they shape your beliefs, emotions, and behavior. By consciously choosing to speak to yourself with encouragement, confidence, and positivity, you open the door to a new way of thinking that propels you towards success, fulfillment, and personal growth. Every thought you have sends signals to your brain, reinforcing patterns that dictate how you respond to situations. If your internal dialogue is filled with doubt, fear, and self-criticism, your brain will perceive the world through that lens. Challenges will seem insurmountable, and risks will feel too great to take. However, when you train your mind to replace self-doubt with self-belief, you begin to see yourself in a new light. You start to recognize your abilities, trust your decisions, and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. This shift in mindset does not happen passively. It requires deliberate effort to change the narrative you tell yourself every day. One of the most transformative aspects of positive self-talk is how it strengthens your sense of self-worth. Many people go through life seeking validation from external sources, accomplishments, relationships, recognition, without realizing that true confidence comes from within. When you begin to affirm your worth, regardless of external circumstances, you develop an unshakable foundation of self-belief. Instead of depending on the approval of others, you learn to trust yourself. Instead of allowing setbacks to define you, you see them as part of the journey. When you consistently remind yourself that you are capable, valuable, and deserving, your actions begin to align with those beliefs. The way you speak to yourself also influences how you handle failure. Many people fear failure because they associate it with inadequacy, but failure is not a reflection of self-worth. It is a stepping stone toward growth. When your self-talk is rooted in encouragement and resilience, failure no longer feels like a personal defeat. Instead of saying, "I failed, so I must not be good enough," you tell yourself, "This is an opportunity to learn and improve." Instead of allowing a setback to derail your progress, you use it as motivation to keep going. This mindset shift allows you to take more risks, embrace new challenges, and push beyond your comfort zone. Positive self-talk also impacts your emotional resilience. Life will always have ups and downs, but the way you respond to difficult situations determines how quickly you recover. When faced with adversity, self-talk can either be your greatest ally or your biggest enemy. If you tell yourself that you are strong, adaptable, and capable of overcoming anything, your brain will seek solutions and focus on moving forward. On the other hand, if your internal dialogue is filled with self-pity, blame, or hopelessness, you will remain stuck in negativity. Emotional resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but about developing the mindset to navigate it with strength and confidence. Your self-talk also affects the way you interact with others. When you cultivate a positive and supportive inner dialogue, it reflects in your relationships. You become more open, compassionate, and understanding, because you are not operating from a place of insecurity or self-doubt. Instead of seeking approval or validation, you engage with others from a place of confidence. Positive self-talk allows you to set boundaries, communicate effectively, and build relationships based on mutual respect. It also helps you handle criticism with grace, knowing that external opinions do not define your worth. Another powerful effect of self-talk is how it influences your motivation and productivity. When you encourage yourself with words of determination and belief, you create the energy and drive needed to take action. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," you tell yourself, "I will figure this out." Instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, you affirm, I have everything I need to succeed. These subtle shifts in language have a profound impact on your ability to stay focused, push through challenges, and maintain momentum. When self-talk is rooted in confidence and determination, procrastination and self-doubt lose their power. Your thoughts also have a direct impact on your body. Studies have shown that positive self-talk can reduce stress, improve immune function, and enhance overall well-being. When you speak to yourself with kindness and encouragement, your body responds by releasing feel-good hormones that boost mood and energy levels. On the other hand, negative self-talk triggers stress responses that increase anxiety, tension, and fatigue. The mind and body are deeply connected, and the way you talk to yourself can either contribute to vitality or drain your energy. By choosing self-talk that uplifts and empowers, you create a healthier mental and physical state. One of the most important aspects of self-talk is recognizing that it is a habit that can be developed. Many people assume that their thoughts are fixed, but the truth is that the brain is highly adaptable. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections, means that repeated thoughts shape neural pathways. The more you practice positive self-talk, the more natural it becomes. At first, it may feel uncomfortable or even forced, but over time it becomes second nature. Just as negative self-talk becomes ingrained through repetition, positive self-talk can rewire your brain to default to empowering thoughts. A practical way to reinforce positive self-talk is through affirmations. Repeating statements like, I am confident, I am capable, and I am worthy programs the subconscious mind to accept these beliefs as reality. Writing them down, saying them aloud, or even recording yourself and listening to them can strengthen their impact. Visualization is another powerful tool. When you pair positive self-talk with mental imagery of success, your brain internalizes those messages even more deeply. The key is consistency. The more you expose yourself to empowering thoughts, the stronger they become. Another strategy is to replace negative thoughts as soon as they arise. The moment you catch yourself engaging in self-criticism, pause and reframe the statement. Instead of, I'll never get this right, say, I am learning and improving every day. Instead of, I'm not good enough, remind yourself, I am growing and evolving. These small shifts may seem insignificant, but they have a profound effect over time. By consciously redirecting your self-talk, you create a new pattern of thinking that supports your growth. Gratitude is another powerful tool that complements positive self-talk. When you focus on what you appreciate about yourself and your life, it shifts your perspective. Instead of dwelling on what you lack, you recognize what you have. This creates a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Practicing gratitude daily, whether through journaling, verbal affirmations, or simply taking a moment to acknowledge your strengths, reinforces positive self-talk and enhances overall well-being. The way you speak to yourself also determines how you handle pressure and high-stakes situations. Many people experience performance anxiety or self-doubt when faced with challenges, but self-talk can be a powerful tool for overcoming these moments. Athletes, public speakers, and successful professionals use affirmations and positive self-talk to stay focused and confident under pressure. By telling yourself, I am prepared, I am capable, and I can handle this, you train your mind to respond with confidence rather than fear. The more you practice this technique, the more automatic it becomes. Another important factor is surrounding yourself with positivity. The environment you create, both internally and externally, plays a significant role in shaping your mindset. engaging with uplifting people, consuming motivational content, and minimizing exposure to negativity all reinforce positive self-talk. Just as a toxic environment breeds negative thinking, a supportive and inspiring environment fosters self-belief and confidence. The more you immerse yourself in positivity, the easier it becomes to maintain an empowering internal dialogue. Changing your self-talk is one of the most powerful ways to transform your life. When you choose words that uplift, encourage, and empower, you create a mindset that supports success, resilience, and fulfillment. The impact of self-talk extends beyond just thoughts. It influences emotions, behaviors, relationships, and overall well-being. The process of shifting self-talk takes time, but with consistency, awareness, and intentional effort, it becomes a natural part of who you are. The way you speak to yourself today determines the life you create for yourself tomorrow.